What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of Money Moves. I know you're thinking it's been a while since I've made one of these. I don't want to use the I've been busy excuse, but you guys would probably understand. First of all, you're joining me here again from Starbucks in Chickasha, Oklahoma. Guys, I have been all over the place. The last time I recorded whenever I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma on a business trip. The week after that, I was in Dallas. The week after that, I was at an event here in Oklahoma. The next week, I was at another event in Wichita, Kansas, and also doing business up there in Wichita as well. And I'm just now home. Thanksgiving was a few days ago. It's been like a month, I think, or more, but about a month since I've made one of these. Again, I've just been busy, guys, but there's been a lot of things I wanted to talk about. Firstly, we're going to start with the topic of today's video is going to be about presentation. So what I mean by that is it's important to present yourself well. And I know that's obvious. A lot of people don't really know what that means. It comes down to the way you dress, the way you talk, the things you talk about, the way you move. And now I'm not saying to dress in a way that is going to impress everyone, right? You're not out here to get everyone's approval, right? You're not here to have opinions so that way other people agree with you or that way other people approve of you. What that really comes down to is not dressing exactly for the majority of the population, not taking care of yourself for the majority of the population, but for the people who matter, right? If you're going to, like, for instance, if you were going to a job interview, you're not just going to, show up in terrible clothes and a neck beard, right? You're going to brush your teeth, you're going to comb your hair, you're going to put on nice clothes, you're going to try to talk as professionally, as put together as possible. I just believe it's important to operate throughout your entire life that way because you never know where you're going to stumble across opportunities. And something else is, even beyond people, beyond getting people to think you are professional and put together, it comes down to like what a lot of people will say, fake it till you make it. I'm someone who firmly believes it's important to fake it until you make it. Not in the way that you are pretending to be someone you're not in the way that you're lying to people about who you are or about being fake. It's about being the person you want to become, right? I haven't always been a business owner. I haven't always been who I am today, but I've always wanted to be who I am today, right? So I remember whenever I was 15 or 16, I watched Mad Men. It's a TV show about an advertising agency, the people who run it in the 1950s in New York City on Madison Avenue, right? That's when I started wearing a watch. I just thought watches were cool, and I wanted to come across as someone who was, put together, professional, right? And slowly over time, because that's been the persona I've been putting on, because I've been faking it till I make it, I've become that person, right? So if you want to come across as someone who is educated and informed and professional and organized and somewhat competent, you actually have to become those things. And that's what's beautiful about it. So presentation is beyond what people see. It's also about who you are and who you want to become. It's not about being someone you're not. It's about slowly becoming the person you want to be, if that makes any sense. Because if you want to come across, again, as someone who is competent, put together, professional, you actually have to become those things. You have to, right? It's just how it is. I just think it's important to operate that way. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Today's video is just going to be a tad short because it is really cold out here. I didn't have a better location to film today. I was already working here at Starbucks. This is also not scripted. I'm just kind of going off the hook. Now, the other day on Snapchat, I told you guys to send me questions because I wanted to do a little bit of a Q&A. I'm definitely going to do another episode. The whole thing's going to be a Q&A, but today I just thought I would throw in a few of those questions, or at least one or two of them. One of the questions I get asked the most is, what stocks are you buying? What specific stocks am I buying? What am I looking at? Exactly what am I doing? Now, if you follow me on Snapchat, which most of you probably do, I'm posting what I'm doing for the most part on my public story. I'm telling you guys about different stocks, different industries. I've been telling you guys for months that the oil and energy sector is a great industry to be a part of right now. Definitely don't miss out on that. I've been telling you guys about EPD and ET. Now, if you want to know beyond that, right, I tell you guys a little bit about what I know over on my public story. If you want to know beyond that, I can't tell you exactly what to do with your money, but if you want to know what I'm doing, if you want to know how to get started with investing, if you want to know all the different tactics, all the strategies, all the different terms, all the different platforms, where you go to do research, how you find good stocks, if you want to know all those things, if you're not already, become a paid member to the Patreon, right? If you're watching this, you're either watching it for free on Patreon or possibly over on YouTube. But if you want to know more, if you want to know more of what I know, And if you want to see what moves I make on the daily basis, you're going to want to be a part of the Level Up tier over on Patreon. That's where most of the value of the Patreon is at. I put these out because I still want to give you guys value. I still want to show it for the guys who are on the free membership, but if you want to get more value, you are going to have to go behind the paywall. That's just the way I justify giving you guys that information, because I put a lot of time in the Patreon. I have put so much time. There's over 70 videos on the Patreon right now. If you're not a member and you want to know more about investing, or if you want to know what I know, or if you want to see what I'm doing literally on the daily basis in the stock market, so that way you can mimic it or do research, whatever you want to do, go become a paid member of the Level Up tier. Right now it's only $10 a month, or you can buy the whole thing for $50 and you'll have access to it forever. Price will go up over time. It already has. That's just natural, guys. As I put more time and energy into the Patreon, the price is going to go up. So now's a great time to be in. It's November 30th. It's $10 a month for a subscription. Now, in my mind, for $10 a month to learn literally everything about investing there is to know, as far as how to get started, what platforms to use, all the different strategies, all the different terms, or if you want to learn about real estate or business or taxes or other finance stuff, you get to learn about all that in one place. On top of that, you get to see what moves I'm making on the daily basis, and also as far as what I'm looking out for $10 a month, you really can't beat it. So if you really want to know beyond what you hear in these videos or what you see over on Snapchat, go become a member. I haven't told you guys that enough. Become a member of the Level Up tier. That's where most of the value is. So again, the oil and gas industry, that's a winning industry, guys. You're going to miss out on that. Now that Trump's going to be in office here in January, you're going to be missing out if you're not a part of that. Something else is, someone was like, I'm 19, or I think he was either 19 or 20, and he said, hey man, like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know what career I want to chase. I don't know what to do research on. I thought about being a business owner. I thought about getting into real estate, and I haven't joined your Patreon yet because I don't know what I want to do. And that makes sense, guys. You shouldn't. I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but it's not crazy to not know exactly what you want to do in your life. I still kind of don't. You know what I mean? I own a business. I'm committed. I do it every day. I'm 22, and I'm still like, what else might I want to do with my life? You know? So that's completely natural. This whole thing about people just knowing their whole life and being put together at 20. Don't fall for that, guys. I'm not even going to tell you that, right? I'm one of those people that should be telling you, oh, like, you've got to have your life figured out. You don't, guys. Like, just go with the flow. Do whatever feels right. I'm not saying not to work. But that's the beautiful thing about the Patreon, to be honest with you, is because, look, I think regardless of what you do, it is important to understand money. It's important to understand investing. It's important to understand real estate, business, taxes, etc. It's important to understand those things regardless of what you do, because that's going to benefit you in any realm. So as far as not knowing what to do, that's fine. Go watch the videos on real estate. Go watch my videos here on the Patreon about real estate. Go learn about investing, right? Do it through YouTube or do it through me if you want to know what I know. I'm not telling you have to, or that I have secrets in there, but I'm going to make you aware of things that you're probably not going to find on YouTube, right? You might find all the information on the Patreon in different places on YouTube, but you have to know to even look for it, if that makes any sense. The Patreon's not just about teaching you things that you can't find. It's about making you aware of things you wouldn't even know to look for, right? Because there's a lot to it. There really is. So that's really the secret. The secret when it comes to the Patreon is me making you aware of things. Go do some research, man. Learn a trade. Go watch my free episode here on the Patreon in the Money Moves. I think it's episode 1 or 2. It's called Trade. And I'll tell you all about the trades and what's going on with the economy. We have so much power in our hands, guys. You have so much power in your hands, more than any person in history really ever has, as far as, like, I'm recording this from my phone. I run 3 businesses from my phone. I do investing through my phone. I talk to you guys through my phone. I utilize this device. It's important for you to learn how to do that as well, right? Do your research, find things, learn things. I'm the perfect example. Go learn from me. I'm telling you what I know on Snapchat, on here, on the rest of the Patreon. I'm telling you what I know. You can use this as a tool, as a resource. You already kind of are. But anyways, you don't have to know exactly what you need to do, man. Just, there's a lot of opportunities. So without getting intimidated, without being afraid to try, there are so many opportunities. What's the worst that can happen? You go try something, you end up back where you are now because it failed. Big whoop. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to fail. That's the problem. People are afraid to fail. But the worst thing that can happen is you don't do anything, because you're guaranteed to stay where you're at right now. But the worst thing that happens if you try something is you fail and you come back to where you are right now. What's the big deal, right? That's the cool thing about being young and not having a lot to lose. Like, if you don't have a lot to have, you don't have a lot to lose. That means you can take big risks. So if you don't have a lot, you don't know what to do with yourself, you don't have a lot of money, you don't have, kids, hopefully, yet, unless you have money, you don't have, a whole bunch of people depending on you, that can be beautiful. Now is the time to take risks. Now is the time, because the worst thing that can happen to you is you fail and you end up back where you are right now. That you could try something else. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, guys, presentation's key. Presentation's key. Dress better, talk better. Dude, I'm from Oklahoma, right? I grew up on a farm. You could probably kind of hear it in myself or in my voice. I grew up super redneck. I used to be, really hick. I had a, terrible accent. I worked on that. I purposely worked on that. I fixed my eyes. I fixed, not saying y'all all the time or ending things with, I don't know, A or something. Trying not to be redneck. You can do that. Or work on your speech. I did that for free. You can look up, stuff on YouTube to help you with that, or I just did it myself. Read some books, right? Become knowledgeable. Go do things. Become interesting. Become relatable. Be able to talk to people, right? Talk from your chest. Shake hands. Dress well. Don't have a neck beard. Clean yourself up. Have clear skin. Wear a watch. Wear something that makes you look put together. And that's not being fake. As you do that, in the pursuit of that, you're going to become better. Because you're kind of forcing yourself to be. If you're like, okay, I want to come across as someone who sounds smarter, so you fix the way you talk, right? Or you start doing some research. You start reading books. Now you're smarter. Now you know more. Now you're talking better. Oh, I'm going to get better at talking. Well, to do that, you have to talk to people. You have to practice. Now you're actually good at talking. If you want to look more professional, you go get a watch. You dress better. You shave better. Whatever it is, it forces you to be that way, right? If you want respect, if you want people to think you're successful, you have to go be successful. That's what's cool about faking it until you make it. That is presentation. Presentation is absolutely key. But anyways, guys, like I said, this is a short episode. I still have stuff to do today. It's just been so long since I've recorded one of these, and I wanted to talk about presentation. And I was already here at Starbucks, but it is super cold. It's getting late. I still have things to do. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. The Patreon's grown by a lot. There's a lot of actual content that keeps coming out on the Patreon. It's a lot easier for me to make paid content than it is for this, because I have to sit down, find a good camera angle, go sit outside somewhere, think of something random to talk about. With the paid post over on the Patreon, there's a lot coming out. I mean, one came out yesterday, another one's coming out on Monday, I believe, at 8 a.m. So if you're a paid member, watch out for that. If you're not a paid member yet, you need to be. That's where most of the value is. You're obviously here because you trust that I can give you some information that can help you in some way. If you want to learn more about something, if you want to get better with money, if you want to know about investing or business, or even if you just want to overall in general become more knowledgeable, you are already in the right place. You already think I can provide you something. So if you're already here, you might as well spend the $10 a month. Right now it's actually on sale. If you watch this before the sale goes away, it's $2.50 for Black Friday. By the time you watch this, it probably isn't going to be that way anymore. But yeah, you're already here. Look, you can learn all this stuff in one place: business, investing, even fitness. I even tell you how to do sales. I tell you how to talk to people, how to be a leader. All the fitness stuff that I've learned as someone I've done a lot physically. I've lost a lot of weight, I've put on weight, I've lost it again, right? Dieting, again, mindset stuff, leadership skills, sales skills, and business, and investing, and finance. And you get to see what I do on the daily. I put a lot of work into it, guys. There's a lot that you can learn, right? So you're in the right place, you're already here. Might as well take it a step further. But beyond that, again, I appreciate you guys. There's a lot on the way. I'm going to do a better episode next time. I know this one was kind of rushed. I didn't really sit down and think about it. I was just fixing to leave Starbucks, and I was like, dang, I haven't made one in a minute. Let me go throw up a quick video real fast for you guys, because I know you guys are probably waiting on it. So here it was, but I'm getting super cold, guys. Next time I need to film inside or find a better place to film. Don't know where that's going to be yet, but until next time, I will see you guys over on Snapchat.